Happy Friday and welcome to another weekly update. I wanted to start out with a huge shout out to B-Bone for chugging that ice. Awesome job. In solidarity, if I'm going to be giving out ices, I'll go ahead and do it myself just to be fair. I think that's the way we need to start this off. So, cheers. Regarding, whoa, came out of nowhere. I personally wanted to thank everyone for setting their lineup last week, especially Chris. He put up a solid 126 points, but was still topped by Mr. Hot and Cold, Tim Cunningham. So, sorry, Chris. Didn't work out for you this week, as per usual. Also, I wanted to give credit to Matt. I called him out for being on ice last week, and he went ahead and beat me in a pretty pivotal playoff matchup, for that last playoff spot, and he beat me 109-102. Matt, we're still waiting on that video. Have you checked that ice? You gonna check it out? I don't know. We'll see. For this week, we got some pretty good matchups. We will have the Bones Brawl. T-Bone versus B-Bone, and then we'll also have the Scranton Bowl where we will be seeing Chris and Mike face off. The Bones brothers are a 3 seed and a 4 seed, so it's going to be a pretty good matchup between 2, 7, and 3 teams. They are actually only separated by 14 points within the rankings, so very close matchup. It's going to be very interesting to see who comes out on top. And for the Scranton Bowl, we have Mike and Chris. It's gonna be a battle of the ages. We'll see if this battle between two of Scranton's finest will pay off. Will it be interesting? Mike is on and been killing it on a pretty solid win streak. Is making a great push to get into the playoffs, but let's just see if Chris can throw a wrench into things and knock off Mike this week. Should be a fun matchup to watch. So for who's on fire, I gotta throw it to Rich. He went ahead and is the first team to clinch a playoff spot. So shout out to Rich. And he's also 2 wins away from securing the best record in the league of all time, passing Matt's Scruffy Nerf Herders, who was the previous holder of that record. But a solid regular season can only lead to a collapse in the playoff. We've seen this many times, especially from Trey. And for who's on ice, gotta go James. He was right in the mix in the playoffs, but another loss, and he's now essentially eliminated from the playoffs. He's been putting up not so much big numbers, but average numbers, but he's still losing 3-7. Maybe next year, James. And last week, all of the favorites won, so no real, upsets. And I ran through the spreadsheet, no updates to the power ranking, so I'm not going to go ahead and show that. If you really, really want to see it, go ahead and check out the Google Sheet that I sent out a couple weeks ago. But yeah, that's all I had this week. Looking forward to another solid week of the NFL ahead of Thanksgiving. But I wanted to close with a public service announcement. I hinted at this earlier today in the Google Hangout chat. For those of you who are not aware, this week is sponsored by Smirnoff Ice, obviously. But one of a great cocktail that you can create with a simple Smirnoff Ice and a Bud Light is actually a drink called Turbo. It is actually served in a large plastic cup, preferably from your favorite sports team. So I have a commemorative 20th anniversary Camden Yards cup. Great vessel for this drink. So for the actual cocktail itself, what is going to be one 12-ounce Bud Light, as you can see here. So you wanna pour that in first. It's very similar to a layered beverage as a snake bite or black and tan. It's not actually layered, but you want to make it the same way. So that'll take up half of your extra large plastic cup. And for the second beverage, you're gonna have your Smirnoff Ice. You just want to lay that right on top. Oh shit. Makes a great cocktail. Just drink it. It's really good. So I'm going to clean off this Smirnoff Ice from my laptop, and I will create another video next week. Talk to you then.